These guns account for 80% of U.S. aircraft losses. In combat throughout the war, the U.S. loses 2,500 planes and another 2,500 helicopters. But Vietnam's terrain defeats some American technology. Tank warfare has little success. In the early days of the war, communist guerrillas obtained American weapons by raiding remote government outposts. Guerrilla ordnance experts ingeniously create new weapons from found or captured U.S. models. Having studied the construction of American weaponry, they can remove the delicate explosive fuse from a bomb. Then the internal timing and guidance systems are taken out. The projectile is now safe to handle and is broken apart. The steel casing is cut and the plastic explosive dislodged. The metal is cut into steel rings at a primitive workshop. These become the outer shells of powerful road mines. Tiny pellets of steel are carefully arranged in the casings to add to the explosive impact of the mines. Wax holds the explosives in place. The finished product is stored in a makeshift armaments factory. A detonator is tested. Then the device is buried in a roadway used by American patrols. At least 1 in 10 American casualties result this way. Soldier Tim O'Brien.
The most feared mine was the Bouncing Betty. It's a mine that's conical shaped and has 3 prongs jutting out of the soil. When your foot hits the prongs, the mine physically, there's a charge goes off that shoots the mine up into the air, say a yard, 2 feet high, and explodes, spraying shrapnel everywhere. It's a mine that goes after, obviously, the lower legs, the testicles, maybe the lower torso. A terrible mine. Other mines were what we called toe poppers. They were little bitty things, would blow a heel off, or a part of a foot, maybe a whole foot. I saw men hobbling after hitting a mine like that with their foot gone. And of course there are variants in all these kinds. So grenades were often turned into mines by placing a hand grenade into a tin can, pulling the pin out, then the tin can stops what they call the spoon from releasing, which would set the mine off. Then a string is attached to the grenade. When you walk down a path, you hit the string, which pulls the grenade out of the tin can, releasing the spoon, and the grenade goes off. It's a clever little device.
In Vietnam, point duty, leading the patrol, is the most hazardous job. The U.S. even tries using German Shepherd dogs to smell out mines. U.S. forces use mild weapons like tear gas to flush out tunnels, and awesome weapons unseen before. Napalm. This petroleum explosive is extensively used. It is sometimes criticized as an inhumane weapon. An anti-personnel bomb. It showers hundreds of metal pellets. These devices are developed for use in Vietnam. North Vietnam claims they cause heavy civilian casualties. This film was taken by a Japanese investigating commission. One tiny bomb contains thousands of pellets able to penetrate walls. Many of the anti-personnel bombs fail to go off. They are converted to booby traps for use against the Americans. One crude device is fashioned by tying steel rods around a stick of dynamite with a remote detonator. Primitive or sophisticated, the firepower objective of both sides is war from a distance.
History Classics will continue in a moment.